Joining us now, CNN's political director David Chalian and CNN political commentator and former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang, when you were running for president, one of your slogans was math, right? And now you have the president explicitly running against science. The negative ads here are almost farcical. These are exact statements that the president said. You know, imagine a negative ad that the Trump campaign would run that would say, Joe Biden believes in science. Or 220,000 Americans have died in this pandemic. Who is Joe Biden listening to? Dr. Anthony Fauci.
You've missed your calling.
These are the worst negative ads. Those would be like the worst negative ads of all time. It's like a farcical attack, Andrew. How do you make sense of it?
You don't. And I agree with Dave, where if you're trying to dig for a rationale where you just have President Trump venting his spleen to friendly crowds, you're going to be disappointed. I was just in Philadelphia this weekend, and there's a lot of energy on the Democratic side. I think the numbers actually tell a story that will map to the reality of election night. I know that there are many, many Democrats who are traumatized by 2016, but all of the numbers look very, very positive, not just nationwide, but Joe has a steady lead in many of the battleground states that Trump won in 2016. It's one reason why you're seeing Donald Trump travel to Georgia and states that you'd think that would be safely in his camp. His campaign team knows that he's losing, and they're grasping at straws at this point.
Andrew, if I can, I want to ask about a different subject, which is the relief package that is being discussed and still negotiated by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. You have pushed the House Speaker to make a deal, any deal, because you have argued that people need this money, any money. So what is your argument today? What message do you want to send the Speaker as she has set a deadline for today and striking some kind of deal to get a vote before Election Day?
Millions of American families are struggling right now, John, to make basic ends meet, to keep a roof over their head. And if we don't get a relief package out the door before the election, lame duck Congress is not going to pass it. We're going to have to wait until a new administration in February. So you're talking November, December, January, February, 4 months of increased deprivation and desperation among millions of American families. Mnuchin's last offer that we know of, $1.8 trillion, was really not that far from where Nancy's $2 trillion threshold was. There were some elements of the package they disagree on, but to the average American family that's hurting right now, we need this relief bill. Every economist agrees. We have to say yes when you're in position to do so and put the pressure on Mitch McConnell and the Senate Republicans, who are going to approve the stimulus deal because many of them are in very, very close races. And the last thing they want to do is say to their people in their communities, hey, we get a chance to help you, but we came up short. So if Nancy says yes, Mitch will say yes, and we still have a chance to keep this together for millions of American families through the winter.
We'll see what happens today. Andrew Yang, David Chalian, thank you both very much.
Put the money in our hands. 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 Can we afford it? Yes. Will it cause inflation? No. Is it awesome? Yes. Is anyone trying to make it happen? Yeah, that guy.